Hi everybody, welcome back to Starfield Raw. I am Joe the Wigit, and I am in a hotel room yet again for work, so ignore the echo. And I am joined by my fellow co-hosts, the guys who keep this show going, starting with Mr. Rook.
Rook. Echo. All right, I'm ready to do this.
And we're joined, as always, by the man with the master plan, Archon.
Archon. We're all echoing today.
You guys are killing me.
Let's do this.
All right, so here's the deal, guys. We were talking about this before the show, and due to the lack of additional content coming out from Bethesda, we're not going to stop the show. We promised you guys we wouldn't. But you might see the episodes be a bit shorter than they used to be, so maybe 35, 40 minutes, on a bad day. But we'll give you what we can, guys, and we'll talk about our gameplays and our usual stuff and what's going on in Discord, so don't worry about that. If the shows do wind up going a little bit less time than normal, just don't sweat it. We got you. And we always listen to Raw and Nerdy. I mean, those shows are over an hour long, so.
Yeah, this last one, we couldn't shut up. We just kept going and going and going.
Yeah, they gave me an hour and 15 minutes of raw audio to go through. Loved it.
And we only stopped because he was getting upset. We could have kept going.
I kept tapping my wrist. Like, hey guys, I gave them the signal for time, and they just kept going and going.
I was the one tapping my wrist.
Yeah,
anyway,
I was really involved in that too. So,
also, if you can't get enough of that sultry tone of Joe the Widget Wilson, he's now posting himself reading his book, also in the Raw and Nerdy channel. So look for that as well, because it's pretty good.
I did a little test bed of it, because a lot of people in Discord were asking me to do it, and people I know in person are asking me to do it. So I did a little test reading, did the first chapter, and I released it yesterday, which would be Wednesday, 2 days prior for you guys. And I think I'm going to continue doing it for a little bit, reading chapter by chapter. Probably give you 1 or 2 chapters a week, because it takes a lot of effort to do it.
One chapter a week.
1 chapter?
Yeah.
You heard it from Rook.
Get him, poke him for the long haul. But there's a caveat. If you want to listen to him reading his book, you have to picture the silk robe in the big back chair in front of the fireplace, with the pipe sticking out of his mouth.
Blowing bubbles.
I could have sworn I said that in the Discord.
Yeah, you did.
You did. You got to picture that if you while you're listening, because it makes it 10 times better.
And then go buy the book on Amazon and read along.
Yes.
And I still have a whole nother book as well on top of this one.
Yeah, maybe that's how I'll get my exposure to your second book. You should bring a copy to WonderCon.
I will. Just remind me. I have a copy in my room waiting for you.
I will bring you the cash for it.
Ah, come on, really?
I'll buy it from you in person.
No. I'd never accept anything like that from you. Come on. All right, so anyway, in the news, what do we got, guys? What's going on?
Well, I just put some stuff in there. In the news, Bethesda's still doing their they're still in the middle of their Constellation exclusive giveaway. You just got to go to Bethesda's website and join Constellation, and they will randomly draw from the members of Constellation. It's going to be a Starfield-specific AMD GPU and CPU.
Yeah, I want to win.
So,
yeah, this other thing you have in the news here, I'm glad you put it in there, because I was literally today while I was playing thinking about this. Like, today is February 28th. They do have one more day in February to announce this big February patch they kept talking about that we have not seen yet. And
I agree with the notes, and I hope it really wasn't 1967.
Now, don't get us wrong. That has improved the game significantly visually. As an explorer in the game, I have seen a massive difference. It actually feels more real to me.
Yeah,
than it did start.
The visuals are very improved, and I do enjoy it.
I mean, I've seen some really good.
I enjoy something new.
Yeah, I do really enjoy some of the exploration photos we have in our exploration photos album, because since this update, you got really nice water visuals, really beautiful sunsets. Scenery is amazing, but they promised a big update in February, and to me, the visual update
They
of
even hinted at
1.9.67.
new ways to travel. We've heard nothing about that since.
Nothing.
Did you guys... Yeah, did someone actually find one of those elusive rivers in the game?
Yes, actually, it was Budski.
Yeah, I saw that.
He found one.
At first, I was like, is that really a river? Those exist?
Yeah.
And the texture and everything just looks. You can tell it's a video game, but still, it looks amazing.
Still looks gorgeous.
Definitely. But yeah, so I'm hoping that's not the big patch they were talking about or big update for February, but we'll see.
Well, we'll see. I mean, we got March coming up, so hopefully some big things happen. Hopefully.
As
maybe
always,
they'll-
let's hope.
Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll make some type of really big announcement at WonderCon and we'll be
But
there
guys,
for it.
correct me wrong. Didn't they say that the creator kit was supposed to be coming out already?
It was supposed to be sometime really soon, if not already. I thought.
It was supposed to be the first quarter of this year.
I mean, so they have it until the end of March to pull that off if that's the case. But I thought they said something like February. I'll have to look it
I
up.
just
Not
remember them
100%
making a
sure.
pretty big promise about February. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember there was a big promise about February. And so far, I feel a bit underwhelmed.
Yeah, me too.
So
The biggest thing, though, is a lot of people. That's the one thing a lot of people are anxious for, just because the creation kit will give more content from the community, and there are some stellar modders out there and content creators out there.
If they do anything like they did on Skyrim, yeah. It'll make the
But
game
just-
2 times bigger.
just imagine if somebody's at WonderCon and there's a big announcement made at WonderCon and we're there live for it. That would be
That would be
doubt that,
amazing.
but that would be pretty awesome.
special episode worthy.
Well,
I mean, we
think
weren't
about it.
expecting anything when we went to LA Comic Con.
Yes,
Exactly.
anything's possible, and WonderCon is one of their big Comic-Con international cons.
Technically,
so
it's bigger than LA Comic Con.
it is.
Yeah.
It's actually sponsored. It is organized by Comic-Con International, the guys who do San Diego Comic-Con and all that.
Yeah, I get more and more excited for that because that's just barely a month away.
Yeah, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be in California in 4 weeks with you guys. So
Tomorrow will be the
4
1
weeks
month
from tomorrow.
mark.
Yep. Yeah, tomorrow's 4 weeks is from when I'm getting on the plane and heading that way. So I'm getting excited.
I might take that Thursday off just so I can actually go out and be relaxed and ready to go.
You can come with Wigit to pick me up from the airport.
Yep.
Bright and shiny in the morning. Well, at least for Joe. I mean, that's
Yeah.
noon. You'll barely be awake by then.
Hey, now I get up every day at 6 or 7 for work. It's
But
just
when
during
you
the
aren't at
weekends.
work- Yeah.
Well, even then though, my sleeping in is 8:30. So, all right, guys. So let's talk a little bit about our weekend game. What do we got going on? What did you guys do?
Well, mine was a pretty slow week because I've been doing a lot of Helldivers too, so I could review that accurately. Also, I've been in my funk where I don't play a lot of games during the week. However, I did do some exploring. More and more exploring, because that's what I love to do. Saw some really cool, like
There's
I
a
said, the
shocker.
scenery now. I know, but like I said, the scenery now is just amazing. I'm actually enjoying exploring just because now when I look around my environment, I can look at areas and come up with ideas for actually taking scenery shots or sunsets or sunrises, all that kind of stuff. But so Kalen is still exploring. Halleck, my melee stealth character, who used to be my challenge character but is no longer a challenge character, he's still running around minor outposts. I'm working on my sneaking. It's still a massive work in progress.
Yeah, it
because
doesn't really become a viable way of doing it until you get a few key skills.
But I'm working on it. It's going to take some time. The problem I have with this is that out of all of Bethesda's games, this is one of the hardest sneaking games I've seen, just because to sneak successfully, you got to take off that really heavy suit. And 90% of the places you go, you have to wear your suit.
I'm actually good with that with my main character because he's built around the whole stealth idea, especially stealth sniper. I don't have any issues with full gear, but I have every perk possible to make that work that way.
Yeah, see, I'm only level 8.
And stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only level 8.
Which
so
is kind of what I'm saying. It's those key skills.
It makes it hard because I want to keep sneaking through the Ryujin quest line, but where I'm at in that, I got to gain another 5 levels before I'm effective there. I mess with Rook, my main, a little. I'm just avoiding, like everybody knows, I'm just avoiding going to New Atlantis. I've already finished the quest line. I have no reason to go back there until I want to go back through the Unity. So I'm eventually going to start working on that. I think with Rook, I'm going to actually start up the Crimson Fleet.
Honestly,
so we'll see how that goes.
If I were you, I would just take Rook through the Unity and see if it resets it and fixes your game, and then do all that stuff.
See, now
but try and get it to reset so that your New Atlantis isn't broke.
Okay,
fair enough.
So many times you got to go back and forth to that stupid city that like you don't even think about, and if you can be able to go there, that would be good.
Mm-hmm.
A little story time, guys. My brother started playing this game. I'm sorry, I did not mean to interrupt you, Archon. Continue, please.
Oh. No, you're good. That's about all I was going to say anyway.
He started playing this game for the first time about a month ago, and I kept telling him, you got to do the Crimson Fleet. You'll like it. You'll get the money, and it'll be awesome. Yeah, he came to me and said, no, I didn't like it. It was boring and dull.
Well, your brother has
what in the world?
Hold on, your brother, I know who he is. He has a very boring taste in what some of his exciting games are.
Yeah, his idea of playing a survival game is gathering materials, and that is it.
Yep. So I didn't think he would actually like Starfield, to be honest.
And he likes the game a lot, actually. It's just he did not like that questline. You know what I think it is it was too difficult for him.
Yeah, I could see that.
I love that quest line.
It's definitely one of my favorites.
Not everybody likes the really hard quest lines where you actually got to think outside the box.
There's some moments in that quest line where you gotta pay careful attention, and especially when you're on that barge.
Oh yeah,
the cruise, because you got so many different options you can do to complete that, and multiple facets to do it in. So you gotta be clever with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna find all that out because I haven't done the Crimson Fleet. Everybody knows that's the only quest line I haven't done. And I figured if I jump Rook through the Unity quickly, or I just choose Rook to use Rook for my Crimson Fleet run through, because he is level 70. So, and before anybody goes, only level 70, I have a level 70, a level 50, and a level 40 character. So I don't stick on one character.
All three of us have been playing multiple characters. If you listen to the show a lot, you'll know it's because of the challenges.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, my bounty hunter.
Yeah, I didn't play my main for about 3 weeks to a month when we were doing that challenge, the last one, until I finally died.
In a long time.
Yeah,
my explorer, Kalen, he's level 53, and he has only done enough of the quest line to get got 2 constellation, did the quest line, so Sarah's no longer his follower, and that was it. Everything else has been from exploring.
You got to be careful though, because one of our listeners, I can't remember who it was now. I think might have been Illness. Posted a thing about a well documented, well known bug now, where if you don't go through the Unity after you hit about 40 hours of gameplay, the game starts corrupting itself, and then because it can't it explains it in the article, but anyway, because it can't advance itself with the Unity, it starts corrupting itself and starts basically ruining your game, and then eventually your game will stop working altogether. And it's a well-known thing.
I haven't had that issue, and Rook didn't go through the Unity until he was level 60.
Yeah, it's just, I guess it's a big thing that's been happening to a ton of people, to the point where it's well documented now that's a known thing that if you don't go through the Unity, it screws up your game if you play for too long without going through.
We have a few listeners that haven't been to the Unity yet at all, and they've played for 100 plus hours.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't affect everybody, I guess, but like, I guess it's a thing. It's big enough of a thing where it's documented. It's kind of like one of those things where they figured out that this particular thing, if you do it every day, can cause cancer, but it doesn't necessarily cause cancer in everybody. But yeah,
it's all in your genetics.
Apparently, not going to the Unity can cause cancer to your game file. Cause it. Well,
I think I'll be fine. I don't see that being a big issue. The biggest bug I came across was at my 50-hour game mark, losing 20 hours and having to go back and then replay all of that.
Well, and the fact that you have another character that like can't even enter one of the main cities.
That was the same character.
Yeah,
within the first week of the game releasing, I got up several tens of hours and watched like a good chunk of it go away because I had that bug where it deletes a lot of your save files and had to go back through.
I had that problem not long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
it's an annoying bug.
You got anything else in your playthrough, Rook?
No, that was it for me.
Well, I finally did something cool.
Finally, it's about time.
I did it.
A few hundreds of hours.
I jumped into a system, and there, sitting before me, was the space scavenger Blatodia, or whatever the heck that legendary ship is called.
Mm-hmm.
There it was, with its little escort and everything, and my heart dropped into my feet. Because I was on my challenge character. And I was so excited, but yet I have never jumped out of a system so fast in my entire life.
Couldn't get the power up there fast enough.
Actually, the thing about those legendary battles is they don't spot you right away when you jump in. So if you see him
thankfully
target him, just turn around and leave because they will not come after you right away. Like if you jump into a planet.
I saw it and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Bye." I got out of there so fast, but I was so sad because like I've wanted to find one of those because I've wanted to try and fight one. Mm-hmm. But not on my challenge character. They're nope, not happening.
Well,
that's called noping out.
If I'm not mistaken, now that you have him unlocked, he will stay in that location until you build yourself a better ship.
Really?
Yeah.
I do have a pretty decent ship, but I'm just not willing to go.
Not on his challenge character. No.
All you got to do it's really simple. Get close enough to where the small escorts come after you. Fly away, they will chase you, and then you just take them out, and then you can just heal up and focus on the capital ship.
Again,
but
that's his challenge character.
according to what I've heard, that capital ship will delete me in seconds. It will just straight hit the delete button.
I just got lucky enough that I got close enough, target him, and knocked out his weapons really fast.
It'll alt F4 your ship to nothing.
Yeah, gone.
Granted, doing that, I burned through all of my ship parts.
But whether he stays in that system or not, my challenge doesn't end. Like the challenge goes until I hit level 50 and get through the Unity. So I won't be going back and fighting that guy. Otherwise, I will fail my challenge. So
you're our last hope, Obi-Wan Archon. You're our only hope.
Let me tell you about this last hope. I completed the Crimson Fleet quest.
Oh, you did do it?
I got it done. It is done. I also went through and I am at the point where I can go into the Unity now, but I'm only level 47, so I just got to farm out 3 more levels.
And you're done?
And I'm done.
You got all 4 of them done, huh?
All of them, yep.
Okay, we're going to need to see proof after you hit 50.
Okay.
I trust you.
All you gotta do is go to your completed quests and show them to us.
I know.
It's not like it's that hard.
You're gonna have to post it on our Discord so that everybody knows that one person finished it and the other 2 are just failures.
Almost there. I just got to get those 3 levels and then I'll be done.
Well, Rook shot himself in the foot, then took a hacksaw, took the legs off, and then went ahead and broke both arms and said, "I'm gonna go."
He's like, I'm gonna nub my way through this quest.
And then me and
challenge.
you took Wigit and sliced him in half and said, "Here you go."
Yeah, we're like, you can do the challenge, but you can't snipe or sneak. No
Yeah.
sniping. Sniper, no sniping.
And I died by something. Like, I knew I was gonna die by the ship battle. I knew it.
Well, you guys crippled me too, because let me tell you, I'd be level 50 already if I could have my base farms. But I'm not allowed to have my base farms.
Hey. Contest. Build an outpost and see how well you can build an outpost.
And let me, not without my base farms, because I literally have no money. Like, you know how hard it was to put together the ship I needed to beat the Crimson Fleet with no money?
Well,
therein is the challenge, my friend.
You don't have to use your challenge character to build a really cool factory.
That's true. I can use my main character who's just rich beyond all rich. But I will say that Crimson Fleet battle was very underwhelming. I was so excited, or like so scared of it and so timid. And I went into it. I mounted some pretty decent auto turrets on my ship. I went into it and just basically flew right through it. It was so easy with the auto turrets. They just blew up everything that came near me. I didn't even really have to try. And I'm like, yeah, I think I overkilled this. But
so speaking of Crimson Fleet,
you went in prepared. That was the idea.
Yeah, very prepared.
I actually jumped into the key one day, just bored with what character was it? I think it was my bounty hunter. I flew up to the key and had all the ships chase me, and I destroyed them all, destroyed all the turrets, and I'm like, it won't let me destroy the key. That sucks.
Yep, I wanted to do that too. I opened fire on the key the first time I did it. I'm going to take this booger out.
Will it let you land there?
It won't even let me it'll let me target it, but it won't let me do anything else.
Oh, you can't dock with it? Dang.
Not until you start the Crimson Fleet quest.
Just go in there and just erase everybody in there. That'd be fun.
Honestly, though, guys,
they have no protection ships.
The key is one of my favorite locations in the game. Because of the ship parts that you get and the availability in there, and you can go in there with any contraband you want and sell it all.
Oh, you remember that bug at the very beginning on release where that person was able to own the key?
Yes. And actually go into shipbuilder, but you couldn't do anything with it. That's what I'm saying. That's why they need to do those I'm brain farting not star stations, but you know what I mean. Space stations.
Star stations. Stations.
To build them, that would be so amazing. I want that, Bethesda. I need that.
Let me tell you, I went into that mission with auto turrets, everything good to go. I powered up my ship as best as I could with the money I had. I had I think 28 ship parts just ready to go for repairs if I needed them. Yeah, left with 28 ship parts. Never even used them. It was just...
Could you guys imagine having a space station over a planet that you have 4 or 5 outposts on, and you have the commerce going back and forth with all the materials going up to your space station? You could become the 5th faction.
Basically.
That's what Shattered Space is. You become the 5th faction.
That would be awesome if they let you do that. Like we've discussed before, being able to make your own fleet, and yeah, that'd be sweet. Send your fleet out to do whatever you want your fleet to do.
It'd be
Funny
awesome.
thing is we're talking about a game that already exists.
I know.
The X series.
Well, no, we want it in Starfield.
Well, you know how in World of Warcraft, how they started with those missions where you get the followers and you can send them out on missions, be able to do that, but with a fleet.
Exactly. I was just thinking, designing a ship,
send them out on missions,
send them off with a guard ship.
Yeah, they can use whatever ships that you've captured and are just sitting at your base anyway, that you're not using anyway. Just send them out with your old.
And if you look at the current default cargo ships that go between your outposts delivering stuff, they have no cargo hold whatsoever. They barely drop off a few dozen items. If you could build your own cargo ship and have it do it, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Can't argue that one. That would be pretty cool.
My week was very interesting. I started my main because obviously my guy challenge character's dead. May he forever rest in space. I'm starting out at the beginning of New Game Plus 4 again. I've already went to New Game Plus 5 before I lost everything. So, and apparently I had already started the main storyline because that was my playthrough to have my boo with me and marry her. What I decided to do is I am going to power rush through 4 or 5 new game pluses. So I can get to like 6 or 7 and see if I can get one of those special new game
New universes?
New universe. My brain is shot. I was working since 6 a.m. this morning. It was a long day. And I was a hero at work. It was awesome. So I want to do that. See one of those rare 1 or 2 universes. And then eventually I'm going to get to where I'm going to have my own massive like empire of as many outposts as I can have. I'm going to build my factory outpost, like the contest we have going on. I want to build my home that's going to be epic on top of a cliff overlooking an ocean with a river.
It'd be nice if you could make a river.
It'd take me about 100 hours alone trying to find that in the game. But I'm starting out with basic weapons, and I was doing the outpost, not the space station where you hit with Sarah in the beginning of the game. I always forget the name of it. It's one of the first things you do. And
Nova Galactic.
Yeah, Nova Galactic, thank you. I killed one of the elites, the first one, and he dropped an insanely good legendary pistol. Like, incredibly good. I died right after. So I lost it. Went and killed him again, and he dropped 2 items. 1 legendary helmet and 1 epic quality gun. I've never seen an elite drop 2 high quality items before at the same time.
Yeah, me either.
I haven't seen that.
But neither one were as good as that pistol.
No, not even close. Mind you, the drum beat that I got is acting like a sniper rifle. It's a single shot, high powered. So it's acting like my sniper rifle currently because I don't have one, and it's working. It's just not silenced, which I can build that myself because I have everything unlocked for that.
Right.
But I also found a Varoom disruptor right after that. And it's the first time I've used a disruptor. So it's like, it's the Varoom quality of a assault rifle that fires stupid slow. But it's the first time using one, and I was one-shotting level 80s.
Particle weapons are evil in that game.
Yeah, it's a white. Has a couple little mods to it, and I was deleting them.
Yeah.
I hit one so hard, he did start flipping end over end inside the base. It was hilarious. I loved it. And it leaves a little electric orb wherever you hit him that continues to do damage to him. That thing's legit. I need to find a legendary one of those. I'll be set. And I was telling Archon, because I was actually live streaming when I was going through this. You guys can see that live stream. It's on my channel, the widget on Twitch. And they need a Varoom sniper rifle.
Yeah.
That would be my jam. Of course, I don't know if it's going to beat my hard target. It's my baby. And I need to find a hard target because I do not have one right now. I do not have a sniper rifle, and it's making me cry a little inside.
So, in my opinion, the advantage to the Varoom weapons over your lasers and your hard target is the fact that not many armors protect heavily against particle weapons.
And if you get the particle weapon skill maxed out, that can do some serious damage.
And considering like the nature of the Varoon, it's surprising that there's not a Varoon sniper rifle.
Yeah, that surprised me because they have a pistol, they have a melee weapon, they have the assault rifle. They don't have a sniper.
They're like a war race that's like stealthy and.
I'm telling you guys, man, we're gonna get an update soon, or it might even be this upcoming expansion that's going to be based around Varoon, and they're going to have all these new weapons and armors from them to use.
I'm going to start calling you Bethesda because you're making lots of promises. No,
I'm making predictions. Anyway. So I got some pretty legit stuff off of that. Survived it except for that one little, death, but where I lost my awesome pistol. Picked up my boo right after that. Had to get her right away as soon as I could. And she's just even more beautiful in the nice graphics.
Even more beautiful.
But then, guys, I started having some issues. And I don't know if this is because my game got corrupt when it rolled me back. So I went to go do my first power, and the temple where you go run those little star clusters to unlock it, they would appear and they would instantly disappear. I got 2 of them, and they did this I watched it do it 12 times.
I've had one do that to me before.
Yeah, so I had to reload and do it again, which worked. But then I got to the lodge where you have to demonstrate your power, and when I would hit my button to do my power, it would, that's it, just, and do nothing. It's like a little fizzle. So I went to my inventory, and my inventory would not open up. There was nothing. So I couldn't do anything at all. I couldn't advance the quest. So I kind of just turned it off and said, nope, I'll get back to it later. And if it continues to have issues, then I'm going to have to make a new character, and Wigit will be gone.
Oh, no.
I'll just roll it back.
All that time gone. See, the thing is I don't know if rolling it back would fix it, because I've been running into some interesting problems.
I think it will, because remember, I had the issue where I couldn't save at all.
Yeah, that's true.
I couldn't access my inventory, nothing. So
yeah, we'll see. I'll roll it back.
Yeah.
I have big plans with him. I'm going to get him back up to 100 plus again and get to those new game pluses, and it's going to be awesome. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to power through getting my powers, and just after this next new game plus, I'm going to just skip the story, get all my powers, go to the next one, skip the story until I get one that's unique, and then play through that. We had one listener who actually went through 5 unities in rapid succession. Mm-hmm. He said, what, in like 3 or 4 hour time span, he went through 3 or 4 of them?
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember.
I think he said 4 hours. He went through quite a few of them.
When I finally get a moment to actually sit down and play some games for a while, I'm going to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't gone through Unity with anybody but Rook.
Right. I did it on my couple of challenge characters. I went through it.
I feel like the only one I've gotten, the only alternate universe I've gotten so far is the Sarah's a Plant one, and that was dumb.
You guys have both found one. I haven't.
Yeah, but at least Archon was able to play through his.
True.
And save during it.
Well, thankfully, they fixed that problem, apparently.
I don't know. I haven't gotten another one.
Well,
or
they
I haven't
said they
seen that
fixed
bug,
it.
so.
It was on a big patch note. We saw it.
So they say.
You can always do the little save and reload thing to try and get a new one.
That's true, right before you go to the Unity.
I don't care about
save right
doing
before you
that.
go to the Unity and just keep going through it until you get one.
If I get to like New Game Plus 7 or 8 and I still haven't, I might do that. We'll see. So we got some stuff around Discord. What we got going on, guys? What's up?
So Jack24, we had a discussion about this, and I answered it for him. But it was a good question. I'm wondering if other people had the same question. But he goes, so I think I know the answer to this, but I just wanted to see what you all think the Big Bang, a particle beam shotgun. It gets its perk bonuses from both the shotgun and particle weapons perk, right? And the ballistic perk? So I answered this one for him. Yes, all of those get affected by it. However, shotgun affects the overall shotgun. Your ballistic perk only affects the physical damage, and your particle weapons perk only affects the particle weapons. The good thing about that is different groups are stronger against different types of weapons. I think it's the Ecliptic is good against energy. No, they're good against physical. They're weak against energy. The Varun is good against energy, but weak against physical. So that shotgun could affect both really easily.
I don't think that shotgun, the Big Bang, actually is affected by ballistic.
It is, because it does have physical damage.
I don't know. I'll have to look into that more. If it's listed as a particle beam and has the energy symbol, it wouldn't be affected by ballistic.
But if it has both, which is what he was saying, or I believe that's what he was saying, is his had both damages. I've come across some weapons that I've unlocked both damages.
From my experience, the bonus is always based off of the base damage. So if you know how it shows you whether it's particle, beam, or particle energy or ballistic. Mm-hmm. I've never seen one have more than one of those. I mean, yeah, you got the little bonuses in the bottom, but those aren't affected by it.
Some of the Varun weapons, I actually ran with a pistol that did physical and energy damage. It had
physical
both
damage
columns.
is not the same as ballistic, though.
No, ballistic affects physical damage. It affects your weapons' physical damage.
I'm going to do some more research into this, because I think we're both wrong and right at the same time. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think it only goes off of the one weapon damage type.
That's what I'm thinking too, and it's based on what I've experienced. I mean, I could be wrong.
I don't know. Definitely, you need some research.
I think I got character with it. I'll do research.
We will let you
because
know.
I'm not mistaken. I do believe if you have a gun that has both types of damage, then if you had the skill that increases ballistics, then the ballistic weapon damage will increase, and then if you have energy weapon on it, that energy weapon will damage if you have that skill unlocked.
The problem is that they don't have both types initially.
That's a good question. I didn't think of it that part. It's a good question, though.
Yeah, so he brought up a really good question.
I know, right? Now, the next one was Budski. He had an interesting picture that he posted, and it's the first time I've ever seen this bug happen. As he showed a picture.
Oh, yes, I saw that one right before we recorded.
He has 2 pictures of planets. It has every point of interest unlocked and visible. They're showing as not explored, but they're all there. So he has a planet with a bunch of black markers all over it with all the titles of what they are, and it's like, has anybody ever seen that?
And it shows you guys how many bases and points of interest can be on a planet, especially if it's a populated planet, one with livable. There's a lot, and Rook should know.
Yeah, there are a lot, but no, this one's more like the point of interest that will unlock if you're flying around some of these planets and it just shows up on the map when you scan it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm just saying, but there's a lot of them in there that they don't show up. You only get, I don't know if you give an improved scanner, if it shows you more than the standard or what, because I'd never unlocked that skill.
I've only ever seen like 4 at most on a planet.
Yeah, if I'm lucky, I'll find 1 or 2 from circling it. But when I land and I go walking, exploring, I'll find several.
See, I think that's a little bit different because that one is randomly generated when you land versus when you're just scanning the planet overall.
I think they actually, the way the generation works is they preload it when you come into the system.
Yeah, but I think when you land on the planet, the ones that appear right around your ships when you land, those are pre-generated when you land. Because I have landed and then landed right next to myself and still had some of the same buildings around me. I think the actual points of interest that are highlighted on the planet from orbit are pre-generated when you enter the system. Because you got to remember, landing on the way they made it land on the planet is so it can load the planet, build the planet and load it.
Well, that's different than pre-generating it.
I just don't think they're going to do that because that would mean there would be a ton of... Because you can have like 3 things in your one ship landing marker.
Butsky's a little comment, though. Is this proof that they are not randomly generated after all? No, Bethesda actually went out and said they're procedurally generated. So, yeah. We know that for a fact, that they are.
Only story mission planets are actually drawn.
Yeah. So most of the ones that are be procedurally generated are the outskirt planets.
Yeah.
It's like the right-hand half of the map, the star map.
Anything that does not have a not habited, what's the word I'm looking for? A colony on it.
Word
life. Basic Doug and Nod.
Okay.
Yeah, something about the ship builds.
Yeah, sorry, I almost choked myself on ice.
Yeah, don't do that. That's bad. Not healthy.
I was in the in-game pictures, and they have a couple of ships on there. One of them is from Steelstrom. I don't know the name of his ship, but it is the most interesting looking ship because it looks like it's a horseshoe on a platform, and then you just put a lot of turrets on it.
Oh gosh, it's so odd.
It's odd looking. That's what they're thinking. How does that thing ever fly off of a planet?
Yeah, I mean, if it works for them, more power to them. But that is the oddest build I've ever seen.
Just a little bit. Oh, guys, did you see that post from Kilo today? Or was that
which one?
Yeah, today. It was at around 4:00 in our general chat. He talks about what this guy in the Starfield group he's in, and he says it's Starfield Xbox only. But he says, "Hello, everyone. While visiting an abandoned factory on a planet, I noticed some information on a board that kind of piqued my curiosity. The factory was completely overrun by robots of the same model as Vasco, who ended up rebelling against the humans who worked there. What's most intriguing is that on this board I found there's a picture of a robot identical to Vasco with the same white paint and inscriptions on its chest. All the robots I found in the factory were dark gray in color, except for the one in the photo. Next to the picture, there are details indicating that the robot vanished. Could this be our Vasco? And he left a screenshot of the board, and it's, I think he's onto something.
Oh, that picture. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I found this to be extremely interesting. I didn't want to reply in the chat today because, well, one, I was way too busy, but two, I want to talk about this on the air.
That would actually bring a completely another dynamic to the game that is the reason why exploring all these factories and stuff is important.
And you don't even, you never hear anything about Vasco's past.
No, you don't.
Very lightly alluded to, and that's it. So there could be something deeper there that they could be building into a new quest line down the road.
That would be pretty cool. I mean, it looks like Vasco.
It really does. And everything kind of points at, I want to know what that planet was, though, so I can go check it out myself. But he doesn't say. So I might have to look into that further because I want to go visit that and see for myself and go through that story because I don't remember ever seeing that.
But so what it looks like is he was just visiting a random abandoned factory on a planet.
Okay, so it could just be something that's procedurally generated storyline somewhere.
But it could also be one of those where that's a one-off factory that they plan on using later.
Mm-hmm. When I've been going through the quests and stuff like that, I've been looking at little details as much as I can find because they hide so many little things in this game. Mm-hmm. Little backstories or hidden stories that you just don't see. And I love checking out the bathrooms to see what kind of humor they set up in those. So I find some interesting things.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't catch them because they're just running through trying to get through that mission, not thinking that, hey, take your time, look around.
Oh, yeah, you have to in many situations. Like, for instance, when you're doing the UC quest line and you have to go save the doctor at your first mission, really, after you do your testing, you have to kill the big baddie. And yeah, my brain is really farting at this point. Terramorph. We know all about those. But anyway, the very first building that you come into after you land, there's a whole new story in there. About how the factory was founded, what they're doing, what they make, the whole 9 yards. And you can find a little magazine that gives you a new recipe to cook.
Yeah, I actually remember running around reading the stories as I was exploring that area. It's actually really cool.
And there's another one during the main story that if you go into one of the side buildings, I got to remember which one it was, but there is a hilarious little side story that are hidden on the tablets, also around a bathroom, and it's all about a bathroom. It's hilarious. I found that while I was raiding my TP. It was great.
I haven't come across one about a bathroom yet. I might have to find that now.
You gotta do it. It is hilarious. I don't remember exactly what it says, but next time I find it, I'll have to write that stuff down and take some screenshots. It's great.
Or just tell me what kind of building it's in.
It's during one of the main missions.
Okay.
For the main story. But instead of going directly into I think it's one of the mines you go into, there's one of those side buildings. You go into there, and it's in the little common area where it starts. And then it goes on. There's some of them in the bathroom. It's about the bathroom, and it's great.
Stories about the bathroom.
Yep, good old potty humor.
Good way to make people laugh. Make a potty joke.
Yeah, we haven't had any submissions yet to the Factory Outpost contest, but I'm pretty sure it's going to take some time.
We have a teaser.
Just started.
We have a teaser?
Yep. Let me get to it. It is
just started, so I hope nobody's posting anything yet. You can take your time. Make it good.
Man, I know. I just saw it. I was trying to find that post from
was it not
Kilo.
Buzzkey?
I don't think it might have been Busky. It's on a factory on a hill is what they built, and it goes my teaser for the contest.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Where was it? It was in-game pictures, wasn't it?
No, I think it was in general. There it is. Drusulus. He goes, a glimpse of my contest submission. And so far, it's looking pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll see. And I did mention something in the rules of the Factory Outpost contest in the Discord that we are asking that a maximum of 5 screenshots of your outpost. That way we don't overclutter the channel. So make them count. Get the right shots. We'll even allow video submissions. but keep them under 1 minute long and a maximum of 3 videos.
Yeah, and remember, the more it looks like a factory, to me, the more bonus points you get.
So I think that's going to wrap up tonight's show. This has been episode 30, guys. The big 3-0.
A big 3-0.
I just realized this is the big 3-0, and we mentioned that because of lack of content, we're going to be a little bit shorter on episodes.
And this episode is going to be around 45 to 40 minutes, so it's not too bad.
It's not bad. I'll have more stuff from later when I actually run my challenges. Like I said, I'm just in a funk where it's difficult for me to get into games I really enjoy. So
I've been traveling
get out of the funk,
a ton for work lately. I think I've had 2 or 3 days I was able to play a game in the last week and a half.
Mm-hmm. You've been busy.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that is it for tonight's episode. You can go to our Discord for your submissions for your Factory Outpost contest, as well as talking to everybody and having fun with like-minded people, even coming in and popping into the voice channel and chatting with us for a little bit. That's discord.gg/Raw Podcasts, RAWPODCASTS. You can find our show, or if you want to email us actually about business or anything else, starfieldраw@gmail.com. Our Twitter @StarfieldRaw. Our Instagram is
Raw Podcasts 1.
And our Facebook, we made it into our general podcasting company. So it's no longer Starfield Raw, it's now Raw Podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
But
it has our Raw Podcast logo instead of that Starfield logo we were using.
So come in, say hi. There's multiple ways of doing that. If you want to reach us individually, follow us. I am at the Wigit. That's Twitter, that's Discord, that's Steam, that's Xbox, you name it. TheWigit.
And you can find me everywhere as Tomcat213 or on Steam, and Twitter is Rook213.
And you can find me at all social media on the Archon 606 and all video game platforms as Quick QWICK_D_606.
Have a fantastic week drag racing your starship.
Stay safe out there in the Starfield.
Have a great week, guys.